To prepare 8th graders for the high school, we have developed a transition panel, which is a group of high school seniors who are going to talk to the 8th graders about their experience at the high school. This is part of a transition program that goes on year-round at the high school, making sure that students know what they're coming to do when they get here. We've sent the 9th graders down to see the 8th graders at the middle school to talk about their freshman year, and today we have an opportunity to have the seniors talk to the freshmen, the incoming freshmen, about all the things that they have done, the choices they've made, things that have made their career very special at the high school. So without any further ado, I'll turn it over to the students.
Hello everybody, my name is Yanni Kokoris and I am from Atkinson, New Hampshire. And I am a senior here at Timberland Regional High School, like all the people that you're going to hear speak today. And I am here to tell you a little bit about the high school. So I know what you're all thinking, and the high school is a big place, and I know you're probably thinking, oh, everyone's mean up there. I'm going to get pushed into a bunch of lockers, because that's what I was thinking going into high school. But let me tell you something, that's not how it works up here. This high school is a great place to attend. We have a great community, and there are a variety of things that you can do. And one of the best ways to be a part of this high school is getting involved. Everyone behind me is going to speak a little bit about getting involved, but I'm just going to give you the general topic of it. So at the high school, there are a variety of things you can do, from sports. I play 3 sports. There are clubs, honor societies. There's anything you can think of. And if you can't find something, then you can make something with your friends. And the place is just wonderful, and you're going to hear everyone speak about all the wonderful things they've done for this high school. So, thank you very much.
Hi everybody, I'm Noah and I'm from Danville, and like Yanni said, I'm a senior here just like everybody else. And at the high school, I'm involved in a lot of things. I'm involved in Historical Honor Society, Science Honor Society, Student Council, and some other organizations, and I'm also an officer in a lot of those things. And I'm also part of the varsity soccer team. And I want to talk to you about how you pick what you want to be involved in, because in my opinion, that is a big portion of your high school experience. Your experience is a lot about all of the different things that you do outside of school and with your peers. And when you pick all these activities that you want to do, you really want to factor in how much dedication it's going to require and if you really want to do it. So a lot of these people are going to talk about how they're involved in a lot of different things, but each one of them made the decision that they wanted to do that, and they wouldn't be in that organization if they didn't want to do it. So instead of coming into high school and trying to join everything and trying to do everything because people tell you that it's good and it'll look good on the college application or something like that, instead you should try to find the things that you really like to do and kind of grow in those organizations, because that'll look a lot better and you'll have a lot more fun doing it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jake Shiput. I'm from Sandown. I've been involved in a lot of organizations at Timberlane, two of which are Model United Nations and a government club. So at Model United Nations, you take on global issues, so you're a country and you kind of look at foreign affairs. And then with government club, you go to conferences and it's more about either state or country issues. So you're working on like writing bills and solving issues within our country. So if you enjoy politics or debate, I would highly recommend getting involved. It's a lot of fun and you get to go to all different places. Like we went to Harvard, UMass Lowell, and Northeastern.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hannah Donnelly, and I am from Danville. I really love that Timberlane gives you an opportunity to explore all of your interests, and be really well-rounded. So I've played sports and been in honor societies, but I've really gotten the most of just a lot out of the AP classes I've taken and out of the music program here. Timberlane has an excellent music program. You can be in the marching band, in the orchestra, the wind ensemble, and there's also opportunities if you really want to challenge yourself to try out for All-State, which is a statewide audition, and you can be part of people who are really passionate about music and what they're doing. Also, AP classes, I've had some of my favorite teachers in my AP classes because they're really passionate about the subject they're teaching, and it's a really good opportunity to challenge yourself and also get college credit, which helps a lot. There's less money for a college tuition bill, which is great for everybody. So I really encourage you when you come up to challenge yourself, but be your interest sports or music, and challenge yourself academically through your AP classes because they really help a lot.
Hey guys, I'm Cam Murphy. I'm from Atkinson. I've been involved in a number of different organizations and clubs here at Timberlane. I've played a couple of sports. I've been in student council and all kinds of things, but I'm going to talk about a couple different things. First of which is last year in the American Studies class, that was my junior year. In American Studies, we got to go on a New York City field trip for an entire day. So we got up at like 2 a.m., came to the school, took like a 4-hour bus ride. It was exhausting, but it was a lot of fun. We got to experience what life was like in a much bigger city, because obviously we're all used to small towns like Atkinson and Sandown. So it was really cool just to see what it's like to be in the heart of America and a place so busy with so many different people in it. And the other thing I'm going to talk about is the engineering program. So when I was a junior, I started in the intro to engineering class, and basically it just kind of shows you what it's like to be an engineer and gives you the basis of what engineers do in the workforce. And it was really cool because I got to experience a lot of different things and test out like what I like to do and something that I'd like to spend the rest of my life doing. So if you find that you have an interest in science or math, I would definitely give that a try because it definitely helped me figure out that I do want to be an engineer. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely give that a try.
Sorry, Nico. All right. So, if you've been reading the slides as the students have been talking, and the last three just mentioned it specifically, one of them is the two influential adults at TRHS. Now, I know there's several of you out there that don't like me, and I'm okay with that, okay? But in regards, I also know that several of you like other adults, and that's important. All right, you're not gonna like every adult that you work with in high school or college or in your life or in jobs, anything like that. However, we do all have to coexist as one. And you need to find somebody, all right? Find that adult that you do feel comfortable speaking to with or have those conversations with that can help you make decisions. Not one of them yet. I think there's been maybe one or two that have said the same teacher, but as you notice, that they've all found someone that's helped them along their path. So it's important to find that adult and understand that not every adult you will like, but there is someone out there that will help you as you're making these decisions in high school. All right? Nico?
What's going on, guys? My name's Nico Nafakos. I'm from Boston, New Hampshire, and I'm very involved in the high school. I'm in 6 honor societies: National Honor Society, Math, Historical, Science, Business, and Music Honor Society. I'm the president of Math Honor Society and the treasurer for Historical Honor Society. So I'd say I'm pretty involved. But the biggest thing I do is I'm the student representative to the school board. So what that means is I represent basically all of you guys, and as well as the entire student body. So I represent 4,000 students throughout the district at the school board meetings. So I speak for a few minutes about what's going on at all these different schools and talk to the school board and answer any questions that they may have as to what's going on. It's really an amazing experience. I'm televised on the Timberlane Educational Network. I've built a great relationship with Mr. Woodworth, that guy, and Dr. Metzler, and it's really great. But show of hands, who is in orchestra, band, or chorus here? Raise your hand. Wow, that is awesome. Great job, guys. So, as with everything else, I'm also the president of the orchestra. I've been in the orchestra since 3rd grade, and I've been playing from 9th grade to 12th grade. We have, I play the viola. I don't know if anybody else here plays the viola. But we have a chamber orchestra here at the high school also. So it's basically, you try out and it's more of a select group of musicians. It's very interesting and very cool to be a part of that. We play very difficult music and it's really an amazing experience. So I definitely advise you guys to try that if you're in orchestra. So yeah, that's me. So thank you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly. I'm from Sandown, New Hampshire, and like all of these people, I'm extremely involved. I'm a part of 5 honor societies. I am the senior drum major for the marching band. I'm a part of student council, but I'm going to talk about my experience at Hobie and my volunteering experience. So Hobie is the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Seminar, and me and actually Yanni went when we were sophomores. And you have to be interviewed through a panel of guidance counselors and administration in order to go. But what we did was we went to a camp basically for a weekend, and we learned about the importance of volunteering in our community, and we learned a bunch of leadership activities, and only 2 students from each school in New Hampshire get to go, so it's a really selective program, and it looks really good in a college application because it goes throughout the country. Every single state has one, so if you do end up going, it's a really good opportunity, and it shows you what your impact does have on the community and how you can further your impact on the community. And that taught me a lot about volunteering. I have done almost 900 hours of volunteering throughout my high school career. But the most influential part of volunteering for me was volunteering at Foley Family Hospital in the emergency department. As it says up there, I'm going to UNH for nursing, and it's about a 10% acceptance rate into the program. And I didn't really have like awesome grades going into the program. I was a little bit below their requirements. But because I did have 150 hours of volunteering into that program, it set me apart from other applicants. And it gave me great experience, and it really like affirmed that I did want to go into a medical field. So if any of you do want to go into a medical field, I definitely recommend either like shadowing your pediatrician or talking to anyone in the medical field about their experience and seeing if any hospitals or walk-in clinics or anything like that will take volunteers, because they really do love the help, and it's awesome to get to know patients and like what it's like behind the scenes in hospitals and medical environments. So thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Jack Tully. I'm from Danville, New Hampshire. I'm going to talk to you about the CTE program. I go to CTE at Pinkerton Academy. I do environmental studies and forestry. The way it works is I have academic classes here at Timberlane, and then I leave midway through the day and I go over to Pinkerton and I take my specialized classes there. They offer a wide variety of different classes that you can take, such as cosmetology, welding, electrical, and then the school also does CTE with Salem. I don't know what classes they do, but they offer other classes. But it helps you because in my class, at least, some of the credits that I take there will transfer over to college. So it'll save you some money, and it helps prepare you for a job after high school or college, whatever you want to do. So, thank you.
Give me 1 second, right? So let's talk about classes real quick. That's another thing they've been talking about all morning. You kind of got an idea when you filled out your freshman selection sheets, right, about choice. Now, being freshmen, there's not a whole lot of choice because you have to meet requirements in order to graduate. But as you move forward throughout your years in high school, you're going to have more choice and more opportunity. So if you want to take the engineering avenue that we spoke about, or you want to take an art avenue, or you want to take a mathematics avenue, or science, or language arts, whatever avenue you may take as you move forward, that's how you're going to begin your selection process for your classes. He spoke about CTE, so that's another avenue that you can take. So if you're into, you said forestry, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, forestry, welding, Salem offers auto. There are some higher end computer classes that you can go to for CTE. There's all these different options and opportunities for you to go. All right. So again, we're going to go back to that choice factor and being involved and just kind of getting an idea of where you want to go. I saw some people nodding their head when she was speaking about medical field. All right. So as you start to figure out who you are as yourself and what you're interested in, start to take a look and meet with your guidance counselors and speak about the path that you want to go and the classes that will help you get there. All right. You can never start planning too early, but at the same time, you want to be able to take multiple avenues if you have to. All right? All right.
I'm Isabella, and I'm going to talk to you about the theater program we have. So I'm pretty involved in that. I've done acting, directing, writing, and stage crew for it. But I'm going to primarily talk to you about writing for it today. If you take the playwriting class that we offer here, which is kind of a unique thing, I don't think you can find that at a lot of other schools, you'll actually get to write your own plays, and those can get performed here, which I found really cool. And you can even do a 24-hour one, so you like sleep over in this area all night, and you get to write a play. And then the next day, people come in and perform it, and the next night it's put on. So that's all in like 24 hours. That's really cool. And the two other plays that I wrote, I actually got them to, I submitted them to a college, and that's what got me accepted into Emerson, which I'm going to, which was pretty cool. And also I do Milkmen, which is an improv group. Do you guys know what improv is? Some people do not. One person, two people, all right, cool. So basically, it's a comedy thing, and we just get on stage, and we don't have anything scripted, and we go off what the audience suggests, which is very fun. I would recommend either auditioning or trying to see a show. It's very entertaining. And also, I am the class president, so I don't know if you guys have elections coming up soon. If you guys are thinking about running, I would recommend getting involved with exec, because you get really involved in Spirit Week, which is one of the best weeks of the year, I think, and you get to build floats. And also, if you do it all 4 years, or at least your junior and senior year, you'll be in charge of planning semi and prom, so high pressure there, but it's fun.
Hey guys, I'm Ben, and the best part about Timberlane for me has been my ability to get outside the school and meet people all over the place. Through the music program and Youth and Gov and Law UN, as Jake mentioned earlier, we got to go outside and we went up to Concord just last weekend for a conference at the State House. We pretended to be the legislature of New Hampshire for a weekend. It was really fun. You get to meet people from all over the state. Through the music program, I went to All-State for the last couple of years, and I got to meet people from across the state. And the music program is really a great thing at Timberlane, because if you go out and you go to All-State, you talk to other people, they don't have this auditorium, they don't have an entire building devoted to the arts, they don't have everything that we have here at Timberlane that we kind of take for granted if you are in the music program. I've been in the music program since 4th grade. Thanks to Mr. Clark back there now, I play 3 instruments on a regular basis. So my parents aren't too happy about that because there's not enough space in our house, but so like if you're in the music program, I highly encourage you guys to keep going. As Nicole said, it becomes a giant family. We go out, and every Friday night in the fall, we go out to football games, we cheer on the team. My favorite memory is watching the team. We upset Pinkerton last year. The band was absolutely going wild. It was fantastic. The greatest atmosphere I've ever had in any sporting event I've ever been to. So if you're in the music program now, I highly encourage you guys to continue. If you're not in the music program, I encourage you guys to try anything and everything you think is interesting. That's what I did. And so on a regular basis now, I'm supposed to be in 3 places at once. I make it work because I love to do everything that I tried, and there's no way I could give any of it up. So I hope you guys try anything and everything you think you might be interested in. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Colleen Donnelly. I'm a 3-sport athlete. I play lacrosse, soccer, and I ran track. I'm involved in many honor societies. I'm involved in math, Spanish, science, national, and business honor society. I'm the treasurer of student council, and the biggest thing of high school, I was a part of Project Hope for 4 years, and this senior year I was a leader. What Project Hope is, it's like a group of students who raise money raise money for cancer awareness. And the biggest fundraiser we did was put on a fashion show, and we raised $12,000 this year for the fashion show, and that money goes to families in our community that are fighting cancer. And it's really good because you feel good when you're doing it, and it's also very fun, so I recommend you guys getting involved in that.
So all these activities that these students have been talking about, especially athletics, you need to understand that you are a student athlete, okay? Student athlete. You, whether you're in high school or college, will never, ever be called an athlete student. You understand that? Academics will always come first. If you're not eligible to play a sport, you will not be able to play. If you're not eligible to be the president, I'm sure there's requirements to be the president. There's academic requirements in everything that you do over the next 4 or 8 years of your life. So if you don't focus on your academics, everything else that we're speaking about today probably won't be happening. That's the importance of academics. You will always be a student first, no matter what you do while you're in high school or college. So you need to think about that. You need to understand how important your academics can be and how it can affect everything that you want to do and or accomplish. Everyone up here has probably gone through trials and tribulations of struggling in a class or not getting the A or the B or the C or whatever it may be. But I guarantee you everyone up here sought that adult or sought that extra help or stayed after for help, whatever it may be, so that they can maintain their academic requirement in order to do everything else, right? Seeking help. That's why we're here. That's why the adults are here. It's our job to work with you so that you can achieve everything that you want to achieve, all right? I think a lot of us, I think the thing I say most to everyone around here is I'm living the dream every day, all right? This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to work with students in schools so that you can achieve what you want to do. And that's why they're up here today speaking to you so that you can understand how much you can do, but you need to focus on your academics. All right? Almost done.
Hi everyone, my name is Joy. I'm from Danville, and I've been involved in a lot of different things at the high school. I'm a 2-sport athlete. I play field hockey and tennis. I'm in lots of honor societies. I'm also really involved in the music program. I'm the vice president of the orchestra, and I've done All-State all 4 years. I've had a really great time at Timberlane doing lots of things outside of school, but I found that Timberlane is also a really great place to explore your interests in school, in your academics. And so my example of that is that this year, coming into senior year, I had a pretty busy schedule. I had a lot of classes that I wanted to take, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for my science credit at all. I knew that I had a lot of really difficult classes, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I knew that when I went to college, I wanted to major in global health or public health of some sort. And we didn't offer any classes like that at the high school. So what I did was I went to Mr. Pedersen, who's our Dean of Science, and I proposed the idea of having an independent study. So we met together, we got it approved, and now I meet with him about once a week, once or twice a week, and I've developed a research project, I've developed a public service project, and I've been taking an online course through the Center of Disease Control, and it's just been a really cool experience for me to be able to find something that I'm really interested in, and Timberlane has been able to provide me with that education in something that wasn't even offered here. So if you guys do have something that in academics that you think is really interesting or you might want to pursue at some point, talk to guidance, talk to a teacher, talk to someone, and see if that's a possibility, if that's something that you might be able to study, because it might end up being something that you really enjoy. Thank you.
How's it going, guys? I'm Drew Simmering. I'm from Atkinson, New Hampshire. I play basketball and baseball here at the high school. I'm involved in various different clubs here, but coming into this year, a group of friends and I, Yanni included, Nico included, we created a group called the Electric Factory. You guys have probably seen it on Instagram and stuff. I know all you guys are on that. But everyone's laughing here because it did kind of start off as a joke. We just did kind of like stupid interviews with people around the state, and it was kind of funny. But then we realized kind of midway through the year that we had kind of a big following. It kind of spread quickly. So we thought we'd kind of do something good with the following we had. So in the winter, we put on a Mealy's Meals student-faculty basketball game, which raised money for kids who don't really have the money to buy food for the holidays and stuff. And just last week, we put on a school dance, which we raised close to $2,000 for both the senior and junior class. But I'm not here to talk about the Electric Factory. I'm kind of here to tell you guys that if you come into the high school and you kind of see clubs that you enjoy, but you want to get involved in something else that you're really interested in, don't be afraid to go out and start your own group. I mean, we're all involved, but we wanted to do something kind of extra, and we thought creating this Electric Factory would be kind of fun. And along with this group and what we've done here, we kind of created a good relationship with the administrators. I know you guys will go through the halls next year and you'll think they're big, scary administrators stealing kids' hats and stuff, but they're actually pretty cool people. We met with them quite often trying to plan this dance and everything, and it was pretty awesome. So, I mean, if you guys come to the high school, join some groups, but don't be afraid to go out and start your own thing and kind of branch off and try to do something on your own. Thank you.
I just want to quote Drew that he said administrators are cool people. All right. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Julia Langto, and I'm from Sandown, and I'm, just like everyone else, involved in a lot, but I'm going to talk about being involved in different things that might not seem like they go together. I play field hockey, and I've played field hockey on varsity for 4 years of high school, and senior year we actually won the Division I state championship. Woo! And I'm also involved with the Timberlane Players, our drama program, and I'm a leader of the Timberlane Players, and some people might say that theater and sports don't really go together, so they only want to do one, but I'm going to say do both, because now I have two completely different groups of completely different people that I can do different things with and have different experiences with and share different bonds with. I'm also going to talk about what Hannah said about AP classes, is you really get to further your knowledge on different topics. This year I'm taking AP Environmental Science, and I didn't really have any interest in environmental science when I signed up for the class. I heard it was a nice AP class, not a lot of work, and a teacher that my brother had and he really enjoyed. The teacher switched to Miss Weiss, and I absolutely love Miss Weiss. She became one of my favorite teachers and really inspired me to go further with environmental science and environmental studies, and now I'm going into Colby Sawyer College to play field hockey and major in environmental studies.
Hey, how's everyone doing today? Still awake? So, my name's Jake Swanee, and I am from Glasgow, New Hampshire. So my piece of advice for you guys is to find your passion in high school, both inside the classroom and outside the classroom. So how many people here are involved in track and field or cross country? Show of hands. Okay, good, good. So that's what I found I really loved in this high school. And probably way too many hours spent out in the track running laps, but it's left me some really amazing opportunities. I've been all over New England, traveling around with my best friends, running races. It's been pretty amazing. And inside the classroom, I've really followed a STEM related field, and it's left me some amazing opportunities. And then the Coast Guard Academy next year, and that's going to be a great opportunity for me. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Patrick Moley. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about student council. So this past year I was president. We also have some other officers like Yanni, Noah, Call, and Cam. And what we do a lot of for the school. So we actually plan all Spirit Week, and we plan the pep rally, we plan the carnival, we plan the like talent show. And then we also do a lot for the community. We go out and help the community. And if you're really into volunteer services, I definitely suggest getting involved with that. Also, I'm very involved with everything, and so is all the other people here. And what a lot of them don't tell you is we all work very hard for the grades that we have. And to do any of the activities, including sports or anything, you have to be passing your classes. So make sure you work hard throughout all your high school career to have the grades that you need to be able to do what you want and to succeed in everything you do. And finally, I just want to say, get to know the teachers. They're going to be your support system throughout high school. They're going to help you grow as leaders and young adults, and will help you get involved in whatever you want. Thank you.
So, I mean, we've been doing this for 4 years now, right? 4 years? You guys were phenomenal today. Great job. Great job. So on Tuesday, you guys had a visit from current freshmen, right? They came down, they spoke to you about their freshman year and their experiences they were having, and you got to ask any questions of them. But at the same time, they haven't even finished a whole year of high school, all right? So they don't have all the answers. So at this point, if you guys have any questions right now for the students behind me or something you thought about as they were speaking, now's a good time to ask. Anybody? Lonergan.
Have you qualified for the honors societies and AP classes?
Anyone that has a mic, feel free to speak.
So you can qualify, well, first of all, do honor societies. So all of the honor societies start after your sophomore year, and there's a lot, I can't even name them all, but you basically, the applications, they announce it over the intercom, and if you have good grade in the class that you want to be in for the honor society, then you will qualify. There we go. And then with the AP classes, don't sell yourself short when trying to do AP classes, because even if it's not something that is part of your major, like I'm majoring in elementary education, so I'm not going to be teaching little kids stats, but I'm in AP stats this year. So you basically sign up, and it's not really qualifying, it's more just challenging yourself and doing your best in a class that you want to put yourself in. So that's how that works.
Great question, Katie. Thank you. Go back. Miss Hogan.
Can you explain how you can be in the band and the football team at the same time?
Anyone explain?
So it takes a lot of planning. We have really good directors in the band who really help the football players go from preseason to band camp, then back to preseason. So how it works for football games is we have to make sure that the football players, they have their instruments, they march in their uniform, so basically they don't have to worry about anything that goes on with the marching band, we just get their stuff ready, make sure that's all taken care of. So when we perform for halftime, they have their instrument and they're ready to go. So they're required, like their head's in the game and they're ready to play for Timberlane. And then once halftime comes around, they come off the field and then they march in the halftime show. And then they go back to playing football and playing for Timberlane.
So all this stuff up here is actual advice from the students, all right? This isn't an adult typing this up. I'm gonna point to the one on the bottom because it's my favorite. No one enjoys drama, so don't create any. And if it happens, get over it because it's not worth it. Does anyone want to speak to that up here? Anybody? Okay, here.
So I guess the basis of this quote is really that everybody experiences drama throughout middle school and high school, and you're gonna run into a lot of problems with a lot of people, but what you really need to focus on is your friends and preparing for your future. All of like this drama that goes on between girls and boys and between girls and girls and boys, it doesn't matter. It's not gonna matter in 2 years, it's not gonna matter even next week most of the time. So I guess the advice that I would give is that as long as you just stay focused on yourself and stay focused on enjoying your time in high school, it's gonna be fun and the drama is all gonna fade away as long as you don't make it more than what it is.
That was awesome. Thank you. Any questions? Yeah.
How many engineering programs do they have?
There's actually a lot of different engineering classes. What most people do is you start with the first one, which is Intro to Engineering Design, and then you move on to Principles of Engineering, and then that kind of opens up into a lot of different ones that are taught by a few different teachers. So there's digital electronics, there's civil engineering, architecture, all kinds of things. So I would definitely start early. I got into it a little bit late. I didn't start till junior year, and that kind of put me at a disadvantage. So if it's something that you know you're interested in right now, I would definitely sign up for that class so that by your junior and senior year, you can take something that really interests you, like civil engineering and all those kind of things, because that's definitely something that helped a lot of people, and a lot of my friends took that path, and it definitely helped them.
Yeah, go ahead.
About how many girls are involved in the engineering
So I've taken a couple of engineering classes. I started my sophomore year rather than Cam, who started his junior year. That wasn't supposed to be an insult. I was just saying. For the most part, it wasn't quite 50-50 in the classes that I took, but it was probably 60-40. So there's not a giant gender gap. And at least in the classes that I took, I didn't experience any kind of giant gender gap like you see when you go to engineering colleges and such. So it's not that big of a difference, really.
Actually, I was just recently in a meeting in which we ran the numbers of every engineering class, and it was about a 60-40 ratio. Good job on that. Front row. Devin. Make it good, buddy.
What's the biggest thing that colleges look for on an application?
And I'm sure any of you can speak to it. Besides camp.
Colleges really want to get to know you. That's all colleges want. They want you to be able to show them through your writing or through your extracurriculars or whatever they ask you to provide for them. They want to know you as a whole person. So the way, if you can convey to them who you are and why you're interested in going to their school over others, they're really going to look at you and consider you, especially if you have impressive grades or impressive community service, or just they want to know that you're a unique person who really is interested in attending their university.
Anyone else have an opinion on that? Go ahead.
They really look for well-rounded individuals, so make sure you keep your grades up,
make sure that you're involved, as all of us are, in athletics and whatever really interests you. That's the biggest thing. They're not really looking for straight A students who aren't really involved in anything. They'd much rather, from what I've heard from colleges, like admissions counselors, they'd much rather have like a B student who's involved and makes an impact on their community and their school.
Still trying to get it.
But still try and get it.
How do you get involved in projects?
Okay. Well, you really just show up to the meetings, and if you're there, you like sign up on like Google Classroom. I don't know if you guys use that, but you sign up on Google Classroom and you just start showing up to the meetings and start helping out. Really, anyone can join. There's no like application process or anything.
I can't see it. All right, go ahead.
Regret the most, I would have to say freshman through junior year. No, not like all 3 years. Let me finish my story. Freshman through junior year, kind of not getting involved enough. Like we all talk about getting involved. I think freshman, sophomore year, I kind of sat back and was like, oh, I'll watch how it's done. When freshman year, I wish I'd come in and kind of got involved right away. For example, I waited until junior year to get involved in Project Hope. That's just one example, but I mean, freshman year I'd come in here, have confidence, and try to get involved as much as you can. I know senior year before it started, I kind of set a goal for myself to get involved with as much as I could, and I feel like I've done a good job with that. So right when you come into high school, get involved.
Kind of going off it.
No, it's not on yet.
All right, now it's coming.
Still not.
All right. No, wait. All right, there we go. So one of my biggest regrets was coming into freshman year, not trying something new. So I don't know if you guys know, but we have a boys volleyball team at Timberlane High School, and immediately you're probably thinking like, oh, volleyball's a girls' sport. Like, why would I play volleyball? It's a girls' sport. So freshman year, I thought it would be wicked lame. I was like, oh, no one would like this. I sat back, I didn't play. Sophomore year, I started, and I met Coach Doobie. He's a teacher at the high school, and he is one of the most influential people that has affected my life. He has gone through so much, and he comes every day. He started the program like 12 to 15 years ago. I don't know the exact date, but he has done so much, and last 2 years ago, we went to the state championship and we won. Last year, I was on the team and we lost in the state finals. But this year, we're trying to make a comeback. So if you want to branch out and try something new, you should do that because volleyball is something that I love and I plan on playing in college. So try something new, it'll affect you positively.
What I regret the most is I sort of did the opposite of Drew. Freshman year, I did everything. I was like, oh my goodness, I need to put this all in my college application or I'm not going to get in. So I was involved in almost everything you could be involved freshman year. And then I got to the point where that just didn't work anymore and I never had any free time. I could never do anything with my friends. So really, get involved, but don't spread yourself too thin because then you won't enjoy it.
Hogan, hang on. We're running out of time here, so I'm going to take one more because Ryan had his hand really high. So this is the last question. Do not let the class of 2021 down.
So, I have a question for anyone in the electric factory. And I just want to know what some of your favorite things that you've done with the electric factory.
Come on, you can. Well,
too long of a list.
We don't have much time, right? So we got to keep it short. Well, we started back in. Miss Roy's a big fan. Look at her; she's laughing back there. She loves it. That you follow it, by the way? Yeah, I think you must follow it.
At the Electric Factory on Instagram. Follow us after this.
Okay, stop. So back in October, we started doing some local interviews. So our kind of twist was we interviewed interviewers. So at sports games, like we would interview the people that were supposed to be interviewed. It would completely rattle people. They had no idea what to do. But my favorite thing that we've done was definitely the Mealy's Meals basketball game. We raised money for families who couldn't really afford food for the holidays. And the year before we did the Mealy's Meals, someone else did the Mealy's Meals basketball game, and like 5 kids showed up, and it was terrible. This year, the whole gym was packed, and I don't know the exact numbers, but we definitely raised the most money that any student-faculty game has ever raised, and it was pretty awesome. We had some good music going. The band came. It was a great time. We commentated the game, so.
So my favorite thing that we did as the Electric Factory is, before you guys say anything, is the school dance that we hosted last week. And the reason I say this, yes, the dance was very fun, but more importantly, we spoke to Mr. Woodworth, the principal, about a week before the actual date of the dance, and we said that we wanted to host the dance, and he said, well, of course you can, but you only have, I think it was like 7 or 8 days to do it. So we were scrambling left and right with 7 days to go to host this huge dance. We had about 350 people buy tickets for the dance in 7 days, which was phenomenal. And like Drew said, we raised $2,000 for the junior and senior class. So it was really an amazing opportunity with Mr. Woodworth that he kind of gave us that leeway and kind of gave us that freedom to kind of do with it what we wanted to. And I think it was a huge success, and I think a lot of the students here would agree with that.
I got one more. So, my favorite memory for the Electric Factory was we like to be very involved in community, not just sporting events. We go to a bunch of sporting events. So one night at the PAC Center, they had the deliberative session, and most of you probably don't even know what that is. I didn't even know what that is. Yeah, Nico was like up on stage. Dr. Metzler, the superintendent, was like up here, and we thought it'd be a good idea to just show up dressed in all suits, and we all wore press passes. So everyone kept questioning us. They were like, what are you guys doing here? We're like, we're the official press, please back up. And they were all so confused, but we had such an effect. We had a lot of parents come up to us and thank us for coming out to support our community. And we even had Dr. Metzler take a picture of us, and he posted it on his Twitter. So we're basically in with the superintendent.
We sat right in the front row.
Exactly, front row. So if you want to get involved, it's a great way to get involved.
All right. Okay, so if you have questions, is there a way to go back to slide 2? If you have questions now that you've viewed or you've just met the students, you've heard things that they've talked about, remember that these are your guidance counselors that you'll be working with over the next 4 years at Timberlane. Reach out to them, email them. You can already set up meetings with them if you need to. Take the time to get to know them. They're going to help you in that path that we've been speaking about, making those decisions with academics and other things that you have going on. They are going to be your person for the next 4 years. All right, so I want to thank these guys one more time. They did a phenomenal job. And I don't want you guys to go anywhere yet. So I just want this recording and stuff to finish, and then we're going to do some housekeeping stuff here. All right, thank you guys so much.